Welcome to the C-Suite at the Open. I'm Brooke Suman, Head of Company Services based in Calgary. Joining us today is Peter Pascali, President and CEO of PyroGenesis Canada Inc., ticker PYR on the TSX. Peter, welcome. Great to have you.
Great to be here, Burke. Thanks for having me.
So PyroGenesis, it's a really cool name. I think it roughly translates to the origin of fire.
Yeah.
Your company does some remarkable things with plasma. Can you explain what plasma is and what you do with it and where we can find your products?
Sure, Burke. Basically, plasma is the fourth state of matter. And I don't want to sound too Star Trek-ish, but your science teacher described to you probably three states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. And the idea is you heat one up, it becomes the other. So the example of an ice cube being a solid, you heat it up, it becomes water. You heat it up, it becomes a steam, which is a gas. When you take a gas and you superheat it, it becomes a plasma. The sun is a plasma ball, lightning is a plasma. So we didn't invent plasma, but what we do is we harness its interesting capabilities, and we put the plasma into a torch as a heat source. We take that torch, we put it into various offerings. So our offerings can be found in some very interesting segments: mining and metallurgy, 3D printing, and environmental, just to name three.
So you said environmental. That's an interesting one. I know your plasma is being used to actually solve an environmental problem, waste.
Yes.
Can you talk about this and how you introduced this technology to the U.S. Navy's aircraft carrier, and where I think you're the only foreign company to have a technology in their design?
Yeah, Brooke, I'm not so sure about being the only. This is the only one we know. We're the only foreign technology that we know on the U.S. aircraft carrier. We're very proud of that relationship because, as you can imagine, U.S. military has lots of products available to them to use, and they chose ours to be the solution on board their aircraft carrier. So essentially, what we do is we take a waste stream and we destroy it. We don't convert it into electricity because it's a nuclear aircraft carrier. They don't need it. It brings us a lot of credibility. We've had a long-standing relationship with the U.S. military over 10 years, and we've already delivered 2 systems, and we're delivering another 2 on a recent contract for 2 systems. It speaks to our credibility because the U.S. military, as you can imagine, is a very discerning client, and we've been with them for over 10, 15 years.
Wow, remarkable. So from what I understand, your plasma technology is able to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which, as you know, are an important concern globally. Can you talk a bit more about this? And is PyroGenesis in a position to address this growing demand?
Burke, that's a very good question. Definitely. We recently have positioned our offerings for greenhouse gas reductions. In particular, the one that's getting a lot of attention is our patented process to replace fossil fuel burners, the damaging burners in the iron ore pelletization industry. So in the iron ore pelletization industry, what they do is they concentrate the iron ore at the source to make it cheaper to transport. And they use fossil fuel burners to do that. And we have a patented process to replace those diesel burners with plasma torches. And significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, significantly reduce the emissions. We proved it out in Sweden. Once we did that about 18 months ago, it's gotten a significant attention by iron ore pelletizers around the world. And we're right now what we're doing right now is we're deploying it in that particular industry. Very, very interesting offering. And we're also, in our other offerings, are also greenhouse gas reducing as well.
Yeah, it's great. I love the ESG angle in your story there. I know you've had a very successful time on the venture in the past, winning the Venture 50 program 3 times, I believe, and then recently graduated to the TSX. What does the TSX listing mean to PyroGenesis?
It's very significant, Bert, because as you know, it's the largest exchange in Canada, one of the largest in North America and the world. You have very stringent criteria for an uplisting. So we're very proud to have gone to a position where we can actually list on the TSX. It obviously increases our investor base. What it does is all the people who are on the venture exchange can follow us, as well as those who could not. It opens up capital to us, international. We're now potentially part of a number of indices, or eventually be. And it also gives our clients a level of confidence that we've reached that milestone. Not that it's ever a criteria from our clients to actually list, but it most certainly gets their attention and gives them a lot of comfort. So we're very happy to be there, and we're looking forward to be to make the TSX proud.
Very unique story, Peter. We're looking forward to supporting your growth. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Brooke, for having me.